In this session, we are going to discuss case with the 4 points. So far, we started this chapter with the 2 points, we found the distance. Then we talk about the collinear points which are in a one straight line, 3 points. Then we talk about the 3 points with the triangle, what kind of triangle it can form. Then now in this session, we are going to start with the case with 4 points. Now, when you have 4 points, you can draw many kind of quadrilaterals. Depends. Now, quadrilaterals that we are going to talk about are only 4, which is square, rhombus, rectangle, and parallelogram. We are not going to talk other quadrilaterals in this session, even in this chapter as well. So, how to identify, right? We know 4 points means it can form closed figure quadrilateral. So we need to check that what kind of quadrilateral is it. So this is the method to identify what kind of quadrilateral it is. We even going to find the areas of the quadrilateral in the later part of the chapter. First of all, let's start with the identification of the quadrilateral. So first of all, what you need to do, find all sides. Now see, when you have 4 points, so let's say A, B, C and D. So how many sides are you going to have? That is 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 sides you need to find. Now these 4 sides we are going to find with the help of distance formula. Simple. Find AB, then BC, CD and DA. So we have all 4 sides. Simple. The first step is very simple, as we did in the case of triangle. Find all the 4 sides and we are done with the first step. Now let's come to the second step. Now we need to think, after getting the all 4 sides, you need to decide, are all 4 sides equal or pair of sides are equal. Now understand why do I mean it. Because if all 4 sides are equal, then there are 2 cases. Either it can be rhombus or square. Now pair of sides are equal means opposite sides are equal, above and below, left and right. If they are equal in that manner, then there will be 2 cases, rectangle and parallelogram. So here you need to decide that what kind of case it belongs to. Either this case, all 4 sides equal, or pair of sides equal, right? Let's talk about the all 4 equal sides first. So after getting the all 4 equal sides, you need to check the diagonals. Now diagonals, if I talk about this quadrilateral, let's say AC is the one diagonal, then I will be finding the another diagonal which is BD. So in addition, after getting the 4 sides, you need to get 2 diagonals as well, AC and BD. Remember, so far we found AB, BC, CD and DA. So in this kind of questions, you are going to find 4 different distances. Remember, you need to do all those 4 distance calculations properly. Then you will be able to judge the quadrilateral. So let's come to the diagonal. Now diagonal can be 2 cases. Either diagonals are equal or either they are not equal. If diagonals are equal, in this case I am talking about, remember, if diagonals are equal, that is square shape. If diagonals are not equal, that is rhombus. So first of all, get the 4 sides. Then I will decide if all 4 sides are equal, I'm going to check diagonals. If diagonals are equal, square. If diagonals are not equal, that will be rhombus. So that was the case when all 4 sides are equal. Now let's talk about when pair of sides are equal. Pair of sides, remember, opposite sides are equal. These 2 sides are equal and another 2 sides are equal. In that case, again we are going to find the diagonal. Find the diagonal, and based on that situation, we are going to decide the quadrilateral. Both diagonals are equal. If diagonals are equal, that quadrilateral will be rectangle. And if diagonals are not equal, that will be the parallelogram. I am repeating again. Here you will only think about rectangle and parallelogram when pair of sides are equal. Indirectly, all 4 sides are not equal, but opposite sides will be equal. We know that property of rectangle and parallelogram. So when you have pair of sides equal, you will be checking the diagonals. Get the diagonals and compare. If they are equal, rectangle. If they are not equal, parallelogram. Clear? Let's recall one more time. First step, find all the four sides A, B, B, C, C, D, D, A. And if name is not given, you can give any random name. P, Q, R, S. That is also okay. M, N, O, P, Q. That will also work. Find all four sides. Done. Now you need to check. You need to decide. You need to compare all four sides. Are all of them equal? Then go for this case. Then check diagonals. If diagonals are equal, square. If they are not equal, rhombus. Done. Next, if you have pair of sides equal, means these two sides are equal and another two sides, maybe opposite sides are equal. Then again you check the diagonals. If diagonals equal, rectangle. If they are not equal, then parallelogram. So this is how we identify the quadrilateral based on the 4 points given. Now we are going to do questions based on how to identify it. Remember these steps very clearly. I will not be able to draw the same diagram again because I need to do calculations as well. So you can write it somewhere else. Keep this thing in mind. It will be really helpful to solve the questions related to this. Let's do one sum for the topic we discuss. We need to identify the quadrilateral. You note a condition. Don't forget that chart I told you. You need to remember the steps. Okay, let's do it first so you will get a better idea of it. How to do it. Name the type of quadrilateral formed. If any, it's written if quadrilateral is formed, then only we can identify it. Otherwise, we cannot identify the quadrilateral. Okay. By the following points and give reasons for your answer. We also need to justify our answer, that why that quadrilateral is square or rhombus or rectangle or parallelogram. Okay. So first question, -1, -2. 1, 0, -1, 2 and -3, 0. So first task you need to do is to give names to these points. If it is not given, then you can give any name A, B, C, D, any 4 alphabets, capital. Remember that. Small we cannot give. That's a rule of geometry. So I am starting always with A, B, C, D. Keep it a simple one. No need to show more creativity there. Okay, so let's start. The first I am taking as A, -1, -2. B, 1, 0, C, -1, 2 and D, -3, 0. So my 4 points are here. So what was the first step? Remember, the first step is to find all 4 sides, AB, BC, CD and DA. So let's start with the AB first. So this is my A and B and I want to find the distance. So AB is equal to, you can refer to the distance formula. We are going to use this distance formula. You know very well. So I'm going to substitute the value, which is x1 minus x2. So this will be my x1 and this will be my x2. So -1 -1 whole square plus this is my y2 and this is my y1 and this is my y2. Okay, -2 then -40 formula. And what is y2? 0 whole square. Let's simplify. Square root as it is. -1 and -1, that will make -2 whole square plus -1 and -0. -2 and -0, that will make -2 whole square. So here answer will be 4 plus 4. That will be square root of 8. And we know that we simplify as 2 square root of 2. Remember, square root of 8 always means 2 square root of 2. And here units. Don't forget to write this. Okay, how is it? So you can factorize 8. Factors of 8 I need to take in terms of perfect square, which is 4 multiplied by 2. So square root of 4 is 2 and 2 is a prime number. So will be remain inside because I cannot find the square root. Done? Now let's find the another distance, which is BC, another side. BC is equal to square root, then x1 minus x2. This is my x1 and this is my x2. 1 minus -1. Remember, 1 minus for the formula and another minus of the coordinate sign, whole square, plus this is my y1 0 minus my y2, which is 2 whole square. So let's simplify further. Here minus, here 1 minus minus 1, that will become plus. So 1 plus 1 will give you what? 2. So 2 square plus 0 minus 2 whole square. So here minus 2 whole square, and here we are getting 2 square, which is 4, and minus 2 square, that is also 4. So we are getting again same as the previous one, square root of 8 is equal to 2 square root of 2 units. So far we can conclude one thing, at least two sides are equal, right? Let's go and find the third side, which is, now I'm going to find CD. So let's do calculation for CD. CD is equal to square root of, okay, now my x1 will be what in this case? Minus 1. My x2 will be what? Minus 3. So I'm going to do minus 1 minus for the sign and minus 3 of the coordinate whole square plus what is my y1, which is 2, and y2 0. So 2 minus 0 whole square. Now let's simplify. Okay, square root sign as it is. Then minus 1, this minus 3, and one more minus sign before minus 3. That will make positive. Minus minus plus. Minus 1 plus 3. Subtraction. 3 minus 1 will be positive 2. So I will be writing 2 square plus 2 minus 0. Again 2 square. So see here, square of 2, that is 4, and square of 2 again 4. So we are getting again same answer, which is square root of 8. So 2 square root of 2 units. My third side is also equal. First side, second side, and third side. Let's talk about the fourth side now, which is what? AD, or you can also write DA. Let's start. My third side is DA. So square root, and formula is same, x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So in this case, my x1 I will be taking as minus 3 and my x2 will be minus 1. So let's start. Minus 3 minus, then one more minus will come, yes, of coordinate sign, plus my y1, which is 0 in this case, and my y2 minus 2. So 0 minus minus 2. Why minus 2? Because coordinate sign is negative. Let's simplify further. So square root as it is. Here minus 3 minus minus 1, that will become plus over here. Minus 3 plus 1. So minus 2 whole square plus 0. Here again minus minus will be plus. So 2 square. Then let's simplify. So minus 2 square will be plus 4, and 2 square is also plus 4. Here what's the answer? Square root of 8, right? Because we are getting all same answers, that's why I'm smiling. So here 2 square root of 2 units. So my first step is done. It was very lengthy though, finding all four sides AB, BC, CD and DA, and in each case we are getting side as square root of 8, or you can also say 2 square root of 2. Now we are talking about this left side case when all four sides are equal. Can you guess what is the next step? If you remember the chart, yes, we are going to find the diagonals. We are going to find the diagonals. Why? Because we are stuck at a problem. We have two shapes with all four sides equal. One is square, another is rhombus. So we need to decide which this case is. Is it square or is it rhombus? So we need to do calculations for the diagonal. Now let's start calculations for the diagonals. So I am writing all sides are equal so far. That's it. Then let's do calculations for the diagonals. So can you name the diagonals in ABCD? Quadrilateral diagonals will be A, C and B, D. Remember, if you are taking the same name again and again, it is easy for you to take the distances quickly. AC, you don't need to draw any kind of figure. Take alternate, right? Otherwise, if you don't want to draw the figure, you can take alternate. A will go with C and B will go with D. So AC is a one diagonal and another is BD. So let's do the calculations for the diagonal. I'm going to find first AC. So I'm going to write the coordinates because they are a little bit far, so it is confusing. And if you are taking wrong number in the formula, you are not going to get the correct answer. So be careful for that as well. Coordinates of A, which is -1 and -2. Coordinates of C, which is -1 and +2. I need to find the value of diagonal AC. So square root will be as it is for distance formula. Distance formula we are going to use. So this is my x1, this is my x2. So -1, okay, -1, then minus sign for the formula and one more -1 because the sign of the x coordinate of C is negative. Then plus, okay, y1 which is -2, minus sign because formula, then one more 2, so whole square. Here what are we going to get? Let's see. Here minus will be plus, -1 and +1, what's the answer? Simple, 0. So here it will be 0 square, plus -2 and -2, that will be -4 whole square. Now -4, 0 square and -4 whole square, let's do it, no worries though. So here 0 plus 16. 0 plus 16 is only square root of 16, and square root of 16, we have just done it, that is 4 units. So my first diagonal's length is AC 4 units. Now let's get the answer for the second diagonal, which is what? In this case, it will be BD. Alternately, I told you, if you take A, then skip the B, take C. If you take B, skip the C and go for D. So let's find the second diagonal, BD, square root as it is. And I told you I am going to write the coordinates. Okay, let me write, I forgot. B10, here B10, and D's coordinate -3, 0. So D -3 and 0. Let's start the calculation here. So this will be x1, this will be x2. So 1 minus -3, remember, plus 0 minus 0 whole square, right? Now let's do the simplification. -1 minus -3, there are two negatives, so it will become plus, and 1 plus 3 will be 4 square, and 0 minus 0, okay, 0 square. So here only square root of 4 square, right? What are you going to get? You are going to get answer as 4 units. So can you tell me what is this quadrilateral is? What is the name of this quadrilateral? All 4 sides are equal. 2 diagonals are also equal, 4 units and 4 units. It is square. Why? It is written. Give your reasons for your answer. We need to write the reason. First of all, I will be writing that my all 4 sides are equal. All 4 sides are equal. Then what is the second condition I will be writing? Second condition, think of it. Yes, you can see it is diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal. And what kind of shape? My final conclusion, my final answer that I have done this calculation for is what? It is square. It is square. Easy. So we got the all distances same, for the sides and for the diagonals, right? So it is square. Let's recall this step. First of all, if names are not given, start with the names A, B, C, D, very simple one. Then find all the 4 sides AB, BC, CD and DA. Remember, use the proper and correct coordinates. If you are even switching any one of the coordinate by mistake, you are not going to get the correct answer. You must be getting the same diagonal, but you will not be getting the same distance, same side. So in that case, if you are not getting same, try to do that particular step again and see if you have done any mistake, right? Otherwise, you are going to get the wrong conclusion because of one small error. Okay, my 4 sides, and remember to write this unit as a units. Then, all four sides are equal, so either it can be square or either it can be rhombus. Then I even identified which is this case with the help of diagonals. Find the two diagonals here, 4 units, and another diagonal is also 4 units. So it is mentioned, I need to write my reasons. What are my reasons that I am supporting my answer? It is square. All four sides are equal. Okay, square also has it and rhombus also has it. But one more reason that supports that it is square. Diagonals are equal. Rhombus diagonals are not equal. Remember, but only square has. So this is my final answer, that it is square. We are going to do one more question and let's see how do we get what kind of shape is it. Let's discuss one more question of identifying quadrilateral. We've done the previous question, the answer was square. Let's see what we are getting in this question. Let's read the question first. Name the type of quadrilateral formed if any. If any, I told you that if it is forming, then only we can name the quadrilateral. Otherwise, we cannot. By the following points and give reason for your answer. So 4 points, -3, 5, 3, 1, 0, 3, -1, -4. So first of all, I told you give names, give A, B, C, D. It's easy. So let's start. A, -3, 5. B, 3, 1. C, 0, 3. And D, -1, -4. Done? What we need to do? We need to find the all four sides. So you can start doing as well. Steps are going to remain same. We are going to decide based on the answers we are going to get for all four sides. Okay, so let's start. First, I will be finding for the AB. So AB is equal to square root of, you know the distance formula. Okay, we are going to use that. Here, this I will be taking as x1 and this I will be taking as x2. So -3 and -3 again. See, this is my x1 is 3 whole square. Plus, let's talk about y1 which is 5, y2 which is 1. So 5 - 1 whole square. Simple. Then let's write the square root one more time. -3 and -3 will give you what? -6 whole square. Plus 5 - 1 which is 4. And don't forget the square. So square root of -6 square which is 36 and here 4 square which is what? 16. Then if you add, you are going to get what? Let's add it. 6 and 6 will give you 2 and 1 carry over, 3, 1, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so 52, square root of 52 units. That's my first side, AB. Let's get the side for the BC. So what are we going to get for BC? Let's check. BC is equal to square root as it is. Okay, square root done. Now, in this case, my x1 will be 3 and x2 will be 0. So 3 - 0 whole square. Then y1 - y2. My y1 is 1 and y2 is 3. So simple, 1 - 3 whole square. Done. Now let's write the square root. These are very simple calculations, but you need to be very careful. A single wrong number will give you incorrect answer. 3 - 0 whole square, 3 square, simple. Then plus 1 - 3, here -2 whole square. Let's simplify. Let's do square. 3 square is 9 and -2 square is what? 4. So what is my final answer? Square root of 13. And do not forget this, which is units. Let's get the third side. So third side is what? CD? Yes, so CD. And square root again here. So square root. Then what's my x1? 0. What's my x2? -1. So 0, then minus for the formula and -1 because it is the coordinate -1. See over here. Now my y1 which is 3 here, my y2 which is -4. So plus y1 is 3 minus -4. Remember. Done? Now let's simplify. So what are we going to get? Here minus minus will become plus, so 1 square, then plus, minus minus plus again, 3 plus 4, 7 square, 7 square will be 49. So 1 plus 4, 9 will give you square root of 50. And do not forget units. Done. Now let's do the fourth side, which is, okay, one thing we are not doing so far, comparing the answers. First answer is square root of 52, second answer is square root of 13, no match. Third answer square root of 50, again no match. At least we were expecting to have two sides equal, so we are not even getting that. Let's get the fourth side as well, then we decide how to deal with this situation. Okay, so all three sides are equal. Let's get the fourth one. Okay, so which is AD, or you can write DA. Let's write DA. Then DA it is. Square root sign as it is. Now my x1 will be minus 1. So let me write minus 1. Then minus sign for the formula, and minus 3, which is my x2 whole square, plus my y1 is minus 4 here, minus, what is the y2? 5 whole square. So square root as it is, then minus minus plus, minus 1 plus 3, simple calculation, which is 2 square, plus minus 4 minus 5, oh wait, minus 9 whole square, 9 is coming. So far we had no 9, 7. Okay, let's go on. Then 2 square is 4, plus minus 9 square is 81. So square root of 85 units. Okay, all my four sides are done. So, and there is no sign that this thing is coming like any of the four quadrilaterals that we have discussed. Let's still go on and find the diagonals. I'll tell you the reason why. Let's still find the diagonals. So I am going to find the diagonals. Let me write here diagonals. Calculations for diagonals. Let's do it. So how to find the diagonals? I told you, take the alternate alphabets. If you take A, skip B, then take C. So my first point of diagonal is A, I am going to take, which is minus 3 and 5. Another is C, which is 0, 3. Done. I need to find the value of AC. So square root again. My x1 is minus 3 minus 0. Why? Because 0 is x2. Then y1 is 5 minus y2 is 3 whole square. Done. Then let's simplify further. Minus 3 minus 0, minus 3 whole square. Okay, do not forget the square. Do not forget the bracket. 5 minus 3 is 2 square. So let's simplify here. 3 square, which is 9. Okay, 2 square, which is 4. Then square root of 13 units. Do not forget to mention units. Now let's find the second diagonal. What will it be? Think what will be the second diagonal. It is A and C is done. So what's left? B and D. Very simple. So BD is my next diagonal. So before that, I am going to write the coordinates here. 3, 1. Then D is what? Minus 1, minus 4. Let's find BD. BD is equal to square root as it is. Then my x1 is 3, my x2 is minus 1. So 3 minus minus 1 whole square, then plus 1 minus minus 4 whole square. Done. Then square root here. Minus minus will be plus 3 plus 1, 4 square, plus minus minus plus 4 plus 1, 5 square. So square of 4, which is 16, plus square of 5, which is 25. So if we add, what are we going to get? 6 and 5 will be 11, 1, 1, carry over 2, 3 and 4. So square root of 41 units. So we have 4 sides and we have 2 diagonals value. Now still we are not able to make any conclusions. So let's come to AB. First of all, whatever answer we have it, all are in the form of square root. Let's simplify it. 52. Can I simplify? 52 I want to simplify. Let's say 52 can be written in the form of 4 13s are. And if I take the square root afterwards, let's say square root both of the side, 2 will come out and 13 will be over here. So that is 2 square root of 13 units. Done. Now you can do same for the 50 as well. 50 has a one perfect square hidden in it, which is 25. 25 2s are 25 square root 5 here and 2 inside, and here units. Can we simplify 85 in the terms of perfect square? No. 75 is possible. 25 3s are 75, but 85 is not possible. Okay, so nothing then. 13, no way, prime number. 41, prime number. So not possible. Now, why have I simplified? Okay, so I'm going to write one relation over here. You need to tell me that is it correct or not. Very important one. Let's see. So there is a 1 square root of 13 over here. Okay, square root of 13. Then 1 more square root of 13. 1 more square root of 13. And there is a 2 square root of 13. Yes, there is 2 square root of 13. But what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? That's the most important. See, 2 square root of 13. Whose value is it? AB. So here I am going to write AB. Then this square root of 13 is whose value? AC. So I am going to write AC. Then plus. And this square root of 13, whose value is it? Blue one, which is BC. So BC. So BC plus AC is equal to AB. So if I want to write it, if I want to represent, right? So I'm going to represent in the form of line AB, right? Then this is it. This is C will be, and somewhere D will be. If we connect, can we form the quadrilateral? Can we make quadrilateral? No, we cannot make quadrilateral. This means that these 3 points are on a line, collinearity topic. Remember, we proved that 3 points are collinear if we can add in the form of addition. So these 4 points are not making any kind of quadrilateral. See, in question it is written, name type of quadrilateral formed. If any, if quadrilateral is formed, you need to name it. If quadrilateral is not formed, we cannot say that what kind of quadrilateral is it. It is. So this is how we deal when we are not able to identify any of the two sides equal, any of the diagonals equal. Then you try to identify, is it collinear? It is possible because we have 4 points. So any of 3 can be collinear like we had in this case. So this was the topic of identifying the quadrilateral based on the 4 points given.